Hello there friends, Ken here. Welcome back to Hearthstone for another week of one night in Karazhan. That sounds really weird to say. Another week of one night, but there we go. That's the bed Blizzard have laid out for us, and now we're going to hop in and lie down with another 3 lovely challenges. Now you remember last week Medivh disappeared. He was taken away by Prince Malkazar through a portal, and now we've got to get up to the top of his tower, recover Medivh from wherever he's gone before the tower goes crazy and trashes the party. The guests are just starting to arrive. We've made it through the Parlor and successfully managed to get to the opera. Fantastic. So let's knock on the door of the opera and see what lies inside.
Welcome to the theatre. I am Barnes, the stage manager. The portals to save Medivh lie upstairs, but first, you simply must see our show.
I don't know if that's really the time for it, but sure. So we got Barnes here. Look at this hungry wolf with a teddy bear. Little Red Riding Hood, I guess. Lovely stuff. Boom. First up.
Our first act. A tale.
Julianne. Help Julianne prepare the performance of a lifetime. 4 mana. If you don't have Romulo, summon him. There we go, Romulo and Julianne. And we get to pick a deck. I don't know really what to go with. Man, hard to pick. Let's go with the old Dragon Warrior. Let's see how that goes. I haven't really built any decks specifically for the adventure yet, so hey, who knows. I'm waiting off, I'm going to hold off on the heroics, and I'll probably do those after I've unlocked all of the normal ones.
Karazhan versus Julianne!
I see how this is going to work already, because she's immune.
What devil art thou?
Victory or death!
So I'm sure the further we get into these, the more we're going to have to adjust our tactics and our cards, even on normal. Sort of the end game of a lot of these adventures, you've had to adjust your deck specifically. There's a 4-2 chap here. This must be Romulo, our boy. Julianne is immune when he's in play.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee!
She's only got 15 health though. That doesn't seem too bad. I mean, let's get N'Zoth's first mate out. We can get in a quick hit on this chap. Try and get him out of the picture as quickly as possible before she starts resummoning him. Oh. Cheeky. It's a good thing we've got this Ravaging Ghoul to deal with that.
You shall not pass.
Oh, I see how this is going. Just lots and lots of taunt. He's a big, beefy attack value, I guess. I think we want to get the champ out here, even though it doesn't do a great deal.
For the life binder.
They'll let us work down this taunt barrier. I guess we could have dealt 1 damage to each to prepare for the Ravaging Ghoul. But that's fine. We'll get by. Okay, so here's the hot play here. We'll trade this in first, as it's going to die anyway. Wow! There we go, now she's no longer immune. We've got a couple of turns to get some hits in. So let's take this taunt out.
Barnes, let us through. We need to reach Medivh before the party is ruined.
What's a party without a play? And what's a play without an audience?
Barnes is just causing trouble. He has no idea the ramifications that could lie in store. The new Pompous Thespian card. Not fancy, but a 3-2 with taunt is a solid card that you're kind of happy to have around a lot of the time. We could get the Fiery War Axe out here, but we might want to play Arcanite Reaper next turn. So I'm thinking maybe this turn we bop out Bloodhoof Brave.
For the dragon queen.
Now bear in mind, next time we're quite likely going to see the summon of Romulo.
Gentle knight, and give me back my Romulo.
But that's okay, because now we have a way to deal with him. So, I think we go in this way, keep our minion healthy, get up the big attack on old Bloodhoof Brave here, and then we hit this poor woman in her face with an oversized axe.
Illidan has arrived. We are not prepared.
Oh, we're never prepared for Illidan.
One day I'll be able
See, this is the thing, we're burning all her mana on that, she can't really do anything else. And now, hopefully, we can finish this off. Oh!
To thee.
And the lovers are dead. Victory. Barnes doesn't seem too disappointed. I mean, he's just there to show the play, and you know, Romeo and Juliet, spoilers for those who haven't read the Shakespeare, seen the play, seen the film, they do both die at the end anyway. And speaking of dying, the Onyx Bishop. Battlecry summon a friendly minion that died this game. Kind of a cool card. I think it's going to be interesting in Arena. It is a rare, so you're not going to see it too often, but there will be presumably some kind of offering bonus. I didn't see what the other card was, but I think we got another card from that. But I didn't see what it was. If we did. So, whatever. I've no idea. It probably wasn't important. Maybe it was the Pompous Thespian, which I think I already kind of spoke to. Wait, did I pick the right one? No, I didn't.
Kindly grandmother, but those big eyes harbor a terrible secret.
What? I do love this kind of patchwork quilt. I don't think I've ever actually seen one in real life. I guess I could make one, you know, they're not too difficult. Big Bad Wolf. Passive hero power. Enemy minions are 1/1 and cost 1. I don't know if, again, this is maybe slightly poorly worded. I don't know if that means our minions are 1/1 and cost 1, or it means their minions are 1/1 and cost 1. So really, we'd want things with strong death rattle, I suppose. I don't know if I have a specific death rattle deck necessarily. We go with the Zoo. Zoo could be okay here. Let's give it a try actually, to see how it works. I was also thinking about the Hunter with the death rattles.
The big bad war.
Felt like it could have been a good way to go.
Run away, little girl. Run away. Your soul shall be mine.
It's a bit of a weird response. Yeah, okay, so it's all our minions are 1/1s. They cost 1. I guess one of the nice things here is if you play like a Hunter or something, there's a lot of minions that are summoned by spells, like the Animal Companion. Forbidden Ritual's probably quite good here. I wanted to pick the Warlock because we have the draw. And if we're spending 1 mana on each card, we can get lots of cards out quickly.
I so love audience participation. Run, little guest, run!
Look at your minions. See how they.
Oh, why has he gone back to 3/2? Okay, he's gone back to a 1/1. That was weird. Sweet 1/1, deal 3 damage to yourself. Oh, the Panther coming in. It's okay because we've got Dark Iron Dwarf. Actually, we should probably use this first just in case there's a better card to throw out. I think Power Overwhelming could be quite potent in this particular battle because it's going to let us buff up our 1/1s. Also, notice only 20 health, so maybe this is going to be a bit of a face battle. The Mastiff coming in, quite dangerous actually, of course, because let's get the Dark Peddler out. Leper Gnome, I quite like the sound of. And let's just draw a card up. Oh, look at this. The triple Power Overwhelming. You know what, we don't need to take out 1/1. It's just going to trade into us if anything. Oh no, the Savage Roar. Whatever will we do? I suppose it will clear the board out. Or will he go face for the 3 damage? Does go face, okay. That's not too bad. We can take the damage. Here we go. Here's a card that's pretty good. Possessed Village. This is one I had in mind when I was thinking about how this might actually work out for us. I'm not going to put the Councilman out because
Deal.
But we're almost at lethal at this point with all these power overwhelmings. Ooh, okay. I'm going to use a power overwhelming here to get past this chap, and then we'll fill up our board. There we go. Now he's going to be forced to trade into the 5-1.
Even better than that ogre we chased around last week.
This feels okay. Feeling pretty good about how this is going. Wow, going face. Not sure that's the best plan. Right, we've got 5 damage, 6 damage, 7 if you count this. So that would be 12 damage. 12 damage plus 8 is 20. That should be enough by my count. You know what? We could play a Defender of Argus as well, just to excite the pack. There we go. Take that, big bad wolf. You ain't got nothing on us. Ooh! The kindly grandmother summon a 3-2 big bad wolf. So very slow tempo, the 2-mana 1-1. But then you get a 3-2 out of it, which is what you'd be expecting. And it's a beast. So kind of a sticky beast. Interesting idea. I'd like to see Beast Hunter make a return, because I did like Beast Hunter a lot. Arcane Giant. Pretty cool giant. 1 less for each spell you've cast this game. Could definitely see this being played in, especially in like a Freeze Mage or something like that. Seems like a solid card. Okay, and on to the finale for this week.
At last, our final act. An evil witch pursues a young girl. Will she find her way home?
The Crone. The last act. The stairs are just up ahead. And this is already flying by. Deal 100 damage. That's a lot of damage. Remember in one of the old expansions there was that guy who could deal like 20 damage. 100 damage is more. Like that's a lot. Like that's, you can't armor up past it levels of damage. Deal 100 damage, can't be used if Dorothee is alive. Okay. Right, well we'll just go in with a deck and see how it goes. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's a bit random. Let's go with this. I wouldn't be surprised if we have to specifically build a deck for this one, just because. Ah, here we go.
The Crone!
Flee, my pretties!
I must protect the wild.
So we've got Dorothee. So we need to, in some way, protect her, I guess. I love the effects. Oh my goodness, this is Rainbow Sparkle. Wow. I'm a big fan of that.
Oh no, don't let her hurt me!
Dorothee, minions to the left have charge. Minions to the right have taunt. That's really cool. So as soon as she kills Dorothee, that's it. So if we put minions on the right, we can taunt them up. Obviously we've got Dark Arakoas, so it'd be fine to give them charge because they already have taunt. Let's hope nothing too big comes out turn 1. Gonna pop down a 2-drop. I'm feeling okay about our choice of deck. And we'll put this to the right. I think it's all minions. It doesn't say specifically left and right. It just says all to the left or right. Well, it just says minions. I presume it means all minions. I'm not sure I would have done that, but there you go. I would have pulled out the Panther first, but there we are.
Link arms! We're strongest together!
I think we want to trade in here.
This way.
Buff up Cthulhu even further. We've got the big taunt next turn, the Dark Arakoa. Feeling pretty good about that so far. Right, this is where the hot druid comes into action. The charge, the taunt, magical. Let's hope there's no silence in the Crone's deck, because that would be real ruinous against old Dorothee. I bet on hard Dorothee will have like 1 health or something. Oof. Okay, well we can swipe here. Might be quite a good way of clearing out the board. Just rushing down the damage. This is quite a quick
Shall I
thing.
tell him he's arrived too soon?
Poor Major Domo. Okay. We can play another Dark Arakoa here. I mean, that feels okay. I don't think... We almost kind of don't need to deal with this. We've got the double taunt. Again, probably not the best move there. Gain 4 armor. We've done this already. Look at this. What a quick week this has been. I'm sure on hard these are going to be super challenging. I'm sure that's where the balance is. But yes, we're all done. And I'm just gonna dick around. That's what I do. Oh! And she's dead. We beat the Crone.
We're off to free the wizard.
The wonderful wizard of Karazhan. The Wicked Witch Doctor. Whenever you cast a spell on a random basic totem, so you're paying 1 mana more than you would for your 3/4. It's okay. The thing with this, right, is the Violet Teacher is a 3/5 for 4 mana, right? And that summons a random. Well, that summons a 1/1. Now, random totems have slightly more synergy with Shaman than like a 1/1 does, because they're not 1/1 Silver Knights, which would have synergy with the Paladin. They're just regular 1/1s. But I don't think this is worth like the extra 1 loss of stat. Maybe you could do something interesting with it, but I'm not. I feel like, because if you have to get this out and then cast spells, and I don't know that it's going to survive long enough with 3/4 health, 3/4 stats. So, I'm up and down on it. And the Moat Lurker, I really love this card, the Oblivion Ring style effect. You destroy a minion, and then when it dies, the minion's resummoned for whoever owned it before. So if you kill an enemy's thing, it'll come back. You could kill your own Sylvanas to take something, obviously, and then when the Moat Lurker died, another Sylvanas comes in. You could kill an enemy minion and silence the Moat Lurker so the enemy didn't come back. But it is only a 3/3. Is that going to be good enough? I'm not convinced, but I think it's an interesting effect to have. And you know, hey, you could see this being used even just as a finisher, because it's just hard removal. You might see someone put it into their deck as just like, oh, I just need to deal with this big taunt so that I can push in for lethal. Decks that don't have super good targeted removal, maybe. So there we go. That's the Opera. And having beaten all 3, we unlock the magical chest, the Swashbuckler, 1/1. Add a random class card to your hand from your opponent's class, so adding that kind of thief synergy for the rogue. Like this design, it does fit well with that rogue card that reduces the cost of things from other classes for the rogue. Barnes, of course, our hero himself, our guide throughout the Opera. Summon a 1/1 copy of a random minion in your deck. This could be real cool. You know, interesting ideas such as the Malagos Warlock, Malagos Shaman rather, that used to be played, or even Malagos Warlock, but Malagos Shaman specifically. I remember there was that deck that had no minions basically except for Malagos, and it was all just spells. So if you get Barnes in there as well, he's gonna summon a 1/1 Malagos, and that, you know, it's only a 1/1, but spell power +5 only costs you 4 mana. You can combo out a load of spells. Could be really potent. And class challenges unlocked: the Paladin and the Warlock. Fantastic.
Onward. Up those stairs, the curator guards the menagerie. I hope it's not malfunctioning.
And there we go. And just as a side note, because we're up to the menagerie next time, I wanted to note that I've actually got a deck. I heard a lot of people be like, what is menagerie? And it's, you know, I've already had a deck called Menagerie, and I've had this since the start of Old Gods. Or really since the start of Standard, because I had to make a new deck. I was going to make a Zoo-lock deck. I didn't just want to call it Zoo, so I called it the Menagerie, which is, you know, just a collection of different creatures. Kind of like a zoo, I guess. So yeah, there you go. That's a Menagerie. It's not that weird a word. I know. I understand why some people might not have heard it, but it's there. And that's week 2, the opera. Pretty good. We'll check out the class challenges next time. Thanks very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to pop that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this week's challenges. What decks do you like to use? How you're going to use the cards that you've unlocked this week? And, you know, any other tips and strategies you've got for one night in Karazhan. Feel free to subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date when there's new videos, or just pop back whenever. There'll be one of these for every week coming out, and then another one for each of the class challenges each week. And that's going to do it for today. So thanks very much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!